luckily for us tonight, fellas, nothing to talk about but straight ball. No notable stories, nothing crazy going on, just preseason football. That is, of course, if you don't count what's going on in San Francisco and their ownership. I have to imagine we will be seeing an abundance of Jewel donations tonight with a denomination of 140. I'll be on the lookout for that. Jed York, he made headlines for all the wrong reasons this past weekend. Jed York allegedly arranged to pay $140 for sex at a trailer park. Was arrested over the weekend. Jed York, the owner of the San Francisco 49ers, was arrested in Ohio over the weekend. Latest reports are saying that Jed York was identifying himself as a man named Joe and responded to an ad which was from a, quote, known prostitution website. After contacting that website and showing up to the trailer park, which the location happened to be, well, Jed York found himself met with undercover officers, and the rest is history. Jesse, what a lead-in. It's been a hell of an offseason here. I wish I could say it's been a hell of an offseason for all the right reasons, but it just feels like the Niners every week or so, it's something. I don't think we had this one on our bingo card, but give me your thoughts here because it's the owner, right? This wouldn't look good for anybody, but ownership, billionaire, you're in a tier above the entire world. To find yourself in the middle of this story, not only is it unprecedented, but with a couple of weeks away from the season, it's a terrible distraction for San Francisco. Talk to me about your thoughts on this. What are the Niners fans sort of responding based on what the situation entails here?
Well, I don't know if there's any Office Space fans out there, but the first thing I thought of was what I would do if I had $1 million.
What would you do if you had $1 million?
I'll tell you what I'd do, man. 2 chicks at the same time, man.
Yeah, that's Jed York, man, except for he's a billionaire. This whole story was absolutely crazy. It came out of nowhere. It was supposed to be a quiet Monday, and Sunday was so great for 49er fans. All the rookies are playing really well throughout the course of the preseason. And then you've also got George Kittle and CMC coming back. Everything was trending upwards. And then Monday rolls around and Jed York getting arrested in a trailer park for $140. Absolutely insane. Listen, man, there's so many different ways I can go with this. When you couple this with what we've seen from Jed York, the fact that he hasn't been in California for many months, the fact that they've been buying a lot of investments in soccer, the fact that their finance guy, and Parag Marathe has taken over Leeds United in the soccer endeavor, and the fact that, Jed York just seemingly not being around the team as of late. They've sold some equity. And then you have this happen. It makes you wonder how long Jed York is going to be around. Maybe it's wishful thinking. One thing I will say is 49ers Twitter is a very, very toxic place. But for 24 hours, we were all united in the Jed York meme front, and we were having a hell of a time. Everybody supporting everybody wanting Jed York gone and hoping that this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. We will see what happens, but the 49ers, interestingly enough, were asked about this today at the press conference, and Kyle Shanahan, very arrogant almost in the way that he came off, like, oh, this isn't a distraction. My accident wasn't a distraction. We're here to play football, and everything's going swimmingly here for the 49ers. So we're ready to go. So we'll see how it plays out. But I think it's a bit of a distraction. At the very least, I will say the 49ers being a historic franchise, and nobody can argue that. It's the 49ers, the Steelers, the Packers, the Cowboys throughout the course of history. But this is a black eye on the franchise. You got the substation thing this offseason, the Brandon Ayuk situation, the Jed York situation, and Kyle Shanahan situation. It's everything but football all off season long, and it definitely is a black eye on the organization, in my opinion.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to all of the guys on the show. How about we bring them in before we give a shout out to our friends over at Prize Picks, the presenting sponsor of the NFC West Roundtable. We will be building slips with Prize Picks all season long. Looking forward to doing so because Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's really easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats, lock in your lineup, and you're ready to rock. And if you would rather pick teams, you can do that now too over on Prize Picks as well. Available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. And right now we have a brand new promo code for brand new users. Link in the description below. Click that. Sign up for Prize Picks using the promo code HMA. Play your first $5, and if you win, you will get $150 in lineups. Once again, link in the description below. Click that. New users sign up for Prize Picks with the promo code HMA. Play $5, and if your lineup wins, you will get $150 in lineups. I think we're going to disappear again here because we actually were not. How about that? I thought we were going to disappear. We didn't. You know who's not disappearing? That's our friends over at RotoWire. We'll be using them all season long for fantasy advice, betting advice. They got everything you need over on RotoWire to be prepared for the 2026 NFL season, which is on the horizon. You're not going to want to miss out on all the advantages that RotoWire has at your disposal, whether it's betting, fantasy, NFL, and everything in between, MLB, NBA, NHL. A premium RotoWire subscription has you covered. Link in the description below. Click that. Sign up for RotoWire using the promo code RTS. That will get you 25% off your first month with a premium subscription. Once again, link in the description below. RotoWire, promo code RTS, gets you 25% off your first month with a premium subscription. People wonder why the NFL gets the ratings that it does. It isn't just the game on the field. It is the best reality show on television, and it never ends. And this is why it's become a 365-day sport. It goes beyond what happens on the field. This offseason alone, you have two massive scandals that you would see on like something on the E channel, right? But you're getting it in the NFL. Brando, Jed York here. Ultimately, he pleads no contest. He paid an $1,150 fine, was sentenced to 1 day in jail, which had been considered served. Obviously, this isn't a great thing if you're a Niner fan, but I got to imagine the three other fan bases here are looking at this with a smirk on their face. Brando, your thoughts when you saw the news that Jed York had a pretty rough weekend in Ohio?
Oh, come on, fellas. Who hasn't been driving through the middle of the night in Ohio and had a semi-truck running through their pants and needed to have somewhere to do something with it? Come on, like let's back off.
It was 9:35 in the morning, Brandon. 9:35 in the morning.
You've been pulling an all-nighter, okay? For him, it was still kind of late, you know. And like when you're in that mode, you're not thinking. We've all been there, you know. You're not thinking right, you know. Look, seriously, you know, we wonder a little bit about why Vinod, for instance, sold his sale in the Niners and went into Seattle. And we were joking at that time, some of the stuff going on that might have been the reason for why he was doing this. I think we can kind of look over here and go, maybe there was a little bit of this in the part of it. I think there's actually, rather than laughing though, I think it's actually maybe going to prove to be a bad thing for us three other guys. Because if you look what's maybe a part of holding back this Niner organization over the past 10 years, and that just keeping it just short of reaching that promised land. And these type of things can be the difference between that. Not that it holds you all the way back, or he's some like Dan Schneider-like figure looking through peepholes in the cheerleaders' locker room or something, but that it's just enough to kind of keep you just a little bit short. And I think with this, there is that a probability, and probably why you hear from Jesse here that there's so many united in saying, hey, we got to get this out of here because this starts top down. And if it's broken from the top down, even partially, we're going to get a whole nowhere fast.
So there was a statement released by the Affordable Mobile Home Community, as it's being called, according to ESPN, Wheat Hill. This news of this arrest in our quiet community is just as shocking to us as the rest of you, states a Facebook post on Wheat Hill's page Monday. Imagine being the admin of the Wheat Hill Community Home Facebook page on Monday morning. Jake, Your thoughts on Jed York here and his $150 outing outside of Youngstown, Ohio?
Hold on. The fact who had a mobile home park distancing themselves from a billionaire this offseason? I know I didn't. Go ahead, Jake.
Affordable mobile home park. Don't forget that part of it.
And quiet and clean as well, Brando. It kind of sounds like a hell of a place, Sweet Hill. I mean, the idea of having to sit in that boardroom meeting, crafting up the Facebook post in response
That's crazy.
to this is something else here, Jake.
Well, we've heard of Netflix and chill. So how about VCR tapes and chill? No, all jokes aside, this was so ridiculous. I just found out about this today. I've been like totally not paying attention to this at all. And I found this out today, and I just can't believe a 46-year-old billionaire needs to pay for sex. Just in general, like full stop, that's what we're talking about. But then like the trailer park in Ohio, wow. Weird dude. Seriously seek help. But here's the thing. Brandon's absolutely right. My first thought is I don't want this guy to be forced to sell the team. Now, it's very unlikely he would, but maybe this could start, that wave. And I think Jed York is absolutely holding this team back without a doubt. I mean, he is by and large considered the kid that took over the family fortune. He bought out his mom's, I think the most stake in the team, and he's a total ignoramus. I mean, actions speak louder than words, and those were his actions. That's the guy that owns your organization. Bang Bang Trailer Park Gang. Like, what, are we serious? Like, good. God.
It's Bang Bang, and it's $140 gang, Jake. Yeah. It's writing itself here. It's pretty remarkable. Mike, not a story that I think we anticipated covering here on the NFC West Roundtable on Tuesday. Yet here we are. Wouldn't be the first time, and I'm assuming it won't be the last that we come on here a bit perplexed as to what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, let me first by hearing Jake say Brandon was right, and my first thought was we all had a semi in our pants. I was like, damn, come on now. What's going on?
No, not that.
But anyways, this is a crazy story, man. It really is a insane
The second part.
I was like, Jay, chill, man, chill. No, but this is a weird story, man. But here's the thing, too, like, this happens, like, and I'm not trying to, like, downplay this. This is crazy, right? But, like, billionaire or not, guys are crazy. Like, I mean, you're going to get yours somehow, right? Like, it's crazy where it happened and where he got caught, right? But am I shocked that a billionaire is paying for, some nookie? No, I'm not shocked. But, like, he is a billionaire and a representative of the San Francisco 49ers. Why it's obviously such a big deal is because obviously, I mean, the 49ers have had so many storylines, and this is literally the cherry on top of the shit show of offseason that they've had so far, right? The substation, all these things that happened, Brandon Ayuk, and now their owner doing this. It's insane, man. It really, really is. But I mean, I don't really want to dive too much into it. I haven't really done a lot of research, but just surface level 49ers. Keep doing what you're doing over there, man. It's just hilarious.
Jesse, these owners are thirsty.
Yeah.
Like, I was just thinking about it. There's been a couple of these guys that have been caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
Like, or into something else, but like
crazy shit.
I know at least like some of these guys are older though. 46 years old. Can't find anything out there.
These are the ones we know about too.
Exactly.
Right?
I think he's just got to go on TikTok because all the I need a guy who makes a ton of money. It's like, well, Jed York makes a ton of money. There's your guy.
I'm guessing the mindset has to be it's so beyond what anyone would anticipate. No. Like someone mentioned in the comments, like, and I can. This is what I thought. Like if it was this high-end, multi-$1,000 extravagant bust, that I think people wouldn't have looked at it the way they're looking at it. This is so out of left field. The way it went down, the time, the location, the amount of money involved. We've never really seen anything like it at this level. But Jesse, because of this, you just said this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back, inferring that there have been several other straws placed upon the back of the camel. Is this the way most Niners fans feel? They want Jed York gone, and if so, do they want the York family entirely out of the mix here? They want a brand new start at ownership.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Jed York has been not well liked from the fan base to begin with. I think a lot of people have kind of given him a pass just because the Shanahan, John Lynch era has been mostly successful, and he has kind of stayed out of their way as far as football operations go. But Jed York is not well liked by this fan base, hasn't been for a while. And it's impossible. It's impossible to fill in for Eddie DeBartolo. Now, his parents technically still own the 49ers, so they could just assign somebody else to run the show, which they may do. I don't know exactly. But yeah, York is not well liked. In fact, friend of mine, Grant Cohn, his dad famously asked Jed York if he should fire himself when they got rid of Jim Harbaugh, and he's like, "Well, I'm the owner. You don't fire the owner." And so yeah, that was a clippable moment for sure. But yes, 49er fans are not fans of Jed York and haven't been for quite some time.
What stands out to me here is the quote. The ad was posted to a, quote, known prostitution website. I didn't know there were any known. That probably shouldn't be a thing. There shouldn't be a known prostitution website. I would think. Also, responding to an ad. Who's doing that too? On top of it, that's the other thing. I mean, you're almost asking for what wound up happening here to respond to some online ad. Jesse, do you think there's some sort of ramification for this, or are we just going to forget about it when the season kicks off in 2 weeks?
No, I mean, it's going to be a part of the personal conduct policy, but we know with owners it's different. When players get suspended, they lose out on their money. When owners get suspended, they can't show up to the stadium for 6 weeks. Like, that's what's going to happen here. It's not going to be anything crazy, I would imagine. I don't think he's going to be forced to sell the team, or the Yorks aren't going to be forced to sell the team. But when this whole thing happened with Robert Kraft, the difference is that Robert Kraft and his legal team found a loophole in what was going on, and basically the charges were dismissed against him. That is not what happened here. He pled no contest, so that is subject to the league policy, and we'll see what ends up happening here. But I can't imagine we're going to see York around for quite some time. He's probably going to be on the hide here.
Here's how it all wound up. Chris Hansen episode.
Mm-hmm.
The movie's coming out too, Brandon. I don't know if you saw Robert Pattinson.
Perfect timing. They'll be like, and they're going to bring back the show, and he'll be the initial, like, what he doesn't know is that we were right there the whole time.
What are you doing here? York was charged with 2 misdemeanors, engaging in prostitution and possession of criminal tools. Prosecutors later amended the prostitution charge to disorderly conduct as part of a plea agreement, according to ESPN. And then, like I mentioned earlier, York pleaded no contest, paid $1,150 in fines, was sentenced to 1 day in jail, and with 1 day considered to have already been served. So that's that for the 49ers and that whole situation. Once again, a very interesting offseason for the Niners. Hopefully their season winds up being interesting, but for different reasons than what the offseason seems to have been.